the L.A.S.E.R program, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that, Tish.
So Mark Kopp came to me last December and said, hey, we want to partner with you to do a L.A.S.E.R program. And it was really a program that some other chambers have done. And there are lots of chambers who are working with schools. This is more, the school is working with the chamber. We're taking students from Western Hills High School to do a pilot this year, and we needed a sponsor, so my obvious choice was to go to Expree Credit Union, and my friend here, Andrea, I pitched her, and she immediately says, I think this is for us, because they're always talking about education with Expree. So when we talked about it, it was just a natural fit. And it just worked out. We've met with the school several times. We're starting our pilot program in September. The kids will start school in August. We'll give them a month to get acclimated to their new senior year. And then we're going to take 10 kids from Western Hills and start teaching them some of the skills that we did a survey to a lot of our businesses. And we asked them, what are these students of this age range lacking? And we got a lot of crazy answers, a lot of obvious answers, but we want to take those and build those into a curriculum, which is what we've done. And we will start that program in September, and we'll have 8 months with these kids to take them through this program and teach them the things that will put them right into the workforce. We get questions all the time, and the state chamber does too. We go to the state chamber at the state level to say, how can we fix our workforce issue? Well, this is our answer. I mean, if we can take the students that are coming right out of school that really don't want to go to college, that want to get right into the workforce for whatever reason, we want to help them be successful in the workforce. And there's no better way that we found to do that than this program.
That's one of the reasons that we were all about sponsoring it is, one, hiring a lot of these students that come out of school, seeing what they need or some things that they might lack in. So that was a big thing. And then, like she said, we're really big on education, financial education, and just education in general. So we support a lot of that. So it was a perfect fit for us.
And I don't want to speak for everybody at the table here, but I'll speak for me. Definitely, as an 18-year-old coming out of high school, I could have used a program like this just to help out a little bit. I had been working at Domino's for a couple years, my last 2 years in high school. But it would have been really, but it's like a different level whenever you're joining like a professional workforce.
Right.
Or, you know.
And I think you kind of mentioned and touched on it. You know, we're in this generation of telephone or, texting.
Yeah.
There's like the social skills. It's amazing the social skills that they really don't have, just answering a phone or speaking to someone when they come in. And, eye contact that we talked about earlier.
And COVID didn't help that. COVID really turned these kids internal because they didn't have that. So we're now pulling them back out of that social realm and putting them in front of people because it's scary when you come out. And a lot of kids think, I got this, and then they get in front of adults and they're like, it's a deer in the headlight look. And we want to fix that. We want to empower these kids to feel confident of going into a business to say, I'd like to interview for a job here, and having those skills to back up what they're saying. And this is going to give them that.
Yeah, I know from a lot of family members who hire and talking about some people coming straight out of college that, eye contact in interviews, and some of these younger folks they'd rather fight a gorilla than make actually talk on the phone.
Right.
Like it's a huge fear to talk on the phone.
And it's something I think that we take for granted because we grew up, we remember a time without the internet.
Right.
And so I remember when I had to actually call on the phone to like order a pizza or like ask what new movies were at Movie Warehouse or something. Like,
So just the fear of the unknown, really. Just you don't have that experience. So
that's
just
exactly
to give people a little taste.
You don't know what you don't know, and that's kind of where we are with it. And so this is just a way to teach them things that they don't know that they need to know. So.
Well, and for this first year, like I said, it's a growing year. It's a pilot, and these students are going to be able to help mold this program for their predecessors. They get to, for everybody who comes after them, they're going to help mold this program to what they see too, because they're going to be able to answer the questions of, what don't you feel comfortable with? And we have a lot that want to go into welding or construction, but we also have some that want to go into professional businesses that they don't feel equipped for. So it's time that somebody helps them be equipped. And we've talked to the education cabinet. We've talked to businesses. We've talked to everybody to get input. So if anybody has any input that they, have a question or a suggestion, happy to take those. They can send me an email. We really just want to get a workforce that's strong, that can come in, hit the ground running, and you don't have to teach them the basics because they've got them. And we want to empower these students to feel like they can do this. And
those are skills that they can keep with them for the rest of their lives as well.
We want to set everybody up for success.
Yeah.
And their skills, it doesn't matter the industry.
Right.
Yeah,
you
true.
need them every day.
Right.
So we're looking for their partner businesses, right? That folks can, businesses can kind of be involved.
So right now we've got our students. We've had those set since last year. We've got the 10 students that are going to go through the program this year. We have now are looking for the businesses. I know we've talked to Kathy with the plant board. She was very excited. My board chair, Lynn Faulkner, is with AGC of Kentucky. They're very excited about the program. Everybody on my board is very supportive and in the community that we've talked to. So now we're looking for true businesses to say, we want to partner. And really what the partnership is your piece of this is you have to guarantee anybody who comes to you with our certificate that you guarantee them an interview, because that's one of the things that we hear from the students is, I can't even get an interview. I can't even get in the door to speak to someone. Well, we're going to fix that piece. So if you have our laser cling on your door, and you just showed that a while ago. If you have that on the door, and we'll have a list, but if you have this cling, which is a proud partner, on your door, then everybody in town is going to know that you're partnering with us on this program. For one thing, you're going to get some benefits to be in our partner program, so you can let me know if you'd like to be interested in that. But it's really about the interview process and getting in front of people to do a real true interview, to have that experience. You're not required to hire these students, but you can, if you're not hiring at the moment, you can keep the resume on file. If you like them, you can hire them. We want this to be the real deal for these guys.
Yeah. Well, and it's such excellent experience, because like you said, kids, when they get into that situation and maybe they do get an interview, it might be the first one they've ever had, and it's kind of a big job that they're really excited about. And then sometimes you just get excited in interviews and different things, and you just sort of lose track of what you're saying or whatever. So it's such a great real-time experience for the kids to be able to have a real interview with a business.
Well, and through the 8 months, we'll have business partners. We're going to teach them about checking accounts and how to open an account. And we're going to teach them just different things about how to sit down with an adult, how to order at a restaurant, how to go to a conference. I mean, the simple things that you don't think of is, we're going to do an etiquette lunch of where things are at the table. I go to conferences all the time as an adult, and people look at me and said, Is that your drink? Is that my bread? Is this my side? And I mean, even adults don't know that thing. So it's very intimidating for a young person to be hired at a organization, and then we're going to send you to a conference, and they're like, oh Lord, now what?
Yeah, what do I do now?
So we're going to teach them some things like that too. But like I said, we'll have 8 months to have these kids. It'll be a once a month. I know a lot of people say that's not enough. It's a start. This is a pilot program. We're working with the schools. The schools are really excited to have us do this program. These students will get a graduation, and there's so many different benefits that is going to come with this program for both the student and the businesses and our community, just to have some more people in the workforce who get it.
There's a lot of work to be done. You were talking about it before the show started, and just the need out there for tradesmen and like you said, this is a start.
Yes.
And very important, and I think a great program that you all got going.
I'm looking forward to seeing it grow. I feel like it's just a no-brainer, honestly.
It is. And next year we'll expand. We just wanted to we talked about this, what kind of pilot program could we do that we could hone in on all of it, and we thought we could get 10 to start with. One school fixed their program, because there's transportation involved, and there's you got to pick when they can leave school and when they've got to be back for the buses. And so the logistics is crazy. And together with the schools, we've sat down, like I said several times, we're just trying to figure out the whole thing. But I'm excited about the program. I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be beneficial to everybody. And like I said, this is our solution to the workforce issue that everybody's having. So hopefully next year we'll have more students who want to be in the program. And we're not ditching college. I mean, if you want to go to college, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But college isn't for everybody.
No,
and
especially
I think,
now.
Especially now, you're right.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that we want to catch those kids, because we always hear about the kids who fall through the cracks. I don't want the kids to fall through the cracks. We don't want anybody to fall through the cracks.
Yeah. And nobody should be now.
And sometimes they just don't know yet if college is their thing or not, so they just don't go. So this is something that kind of fills in that gap. While they're trying to decide.
It's exorbitantly expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I love about the program is it will give them kind of a little bit of knowledge in different industries, because they might not really know where they want to go.
Help them
what they
find.
want to. Yeah. So they're like, you know what? I never thought I would be interested in this, but I am, and this is the direction I want to move. So.
So we just want to expose them to all the options that Franklin County has to offer, because there's so many. This is such a great community to live in and to work in, and there are so many options that people don't know about. So we're going to expose them to all of it.
And so businesses can kind of, just to wrap up, they can reach out to you guys.
They can reach out to me at the chamber. They can email me or call our chamber. Our number is 502-223-8261. You can ask any questions. You can send me an email. My email's on our website. But there are lots of benefits for the organization to be a partner. There's going to be so many different things that we're going to do throughout this 8-month program. And then next month or next year, it'll be even bigger and better. And we'll take on a lot more students, and we're just going to go crazy.
We're going to need a lot more businesses.
And we're going to need a lot more businesses. So.
And then maybe next summer we can have you back and talk about
how it went.
How it went, and then also maybe what you're looking forward to for next fall.
We would love
how
that.
It's going to grow. Yeah,
I think it's fantastic. I think it's greatly needed. And
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so,
it's
We can
going to
get the
grow every year.
graduation film.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah.
Do you know anybody?
We might know a couple people. Yeah.
Ladies, thanks for being here, and best of luck on this. And we'll have you back on soon to talk more about all of this stuff.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for letting us come and talk about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're excited.
Yeah, as always.